Welcome to Building the Future. I'm your host, Kevin Horick. You can check out the radio version of the show every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern on WDJY 99.1 in Atlanta. We also air on a podcasting network in Los Angeles called the 405 Media. There's a TV version of the show that airs on KMVT 15 in Silicon Valley at 8 p.m. Pacific on Tuesday nights. Both versions of the show air in other states. For these show times, plus past episodes, please visit the show's website at buildingthefutureshow.com. The music for the show is done by Electric Mantra. You can check him out at electricmantra.com.
Welcome back. We're live from the 10th Annual Media Excellence Awards with Ellen Baros. She's the Deputy Consul General, Brazilian Consulate in LA. Ellen, thanks for taking a few minutes out of your evening to have a quick chat with me.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Maybe kind of give me a bit of background on yourself and kind of what exactly you guys do at the Brazilian Consulate.
Yeah, I am a career diplomat. Brazil has one of the most outstanding foreign services. It's career-oriented professionals. So I've been a foreign service for 40 years now.
Oh, wow.
I got in very, very young. I'm not saying that I'm young now, but
no, it's very cool.
So, and it's my second time working here at the consulate in Los Angeles. I've been in other countries before, Japan, Argentina, Spain, Portugal, you name it. So every 3-4 years we move and we go work either in an embassy or a consulate. What most people don't know about is the difference between an embassy and a consulate. So an embassy is always in the capital of the country, and the embassy carries relationships, official relationships with government only. The consulate, it is located in the cities that are most populated, usually because of their own nationals. And so they are there to serve their nationals with whatever they need, documents and assistance.
Sure.
And also to issue visas. Some countries we need visas to go to. So the U.S. is one of the countries that Americans need visas to go to Brazil.
I didn't know that.
Americans don't need visas to go to many, many countries, but to Brazil they do. So.
Okay, so I'm assuming every day for you is kind of probably quite different.
It is.
But is there kind of like a typical thing that you guys do, or is it kind of all over the map?
It's all over the map because this consulate here in Los Angeles, it's an important consulate. So we also have trade, we have cultural sections, not only the consular itself.
Okay, very cool.
And so I'm the head of the consular section itself. So we have all sorts of things going on every day, and one of the things that I like the most is the part that we help our nationals. So we sometimes you feel like you are working like a social worker sometimes.
Okay, sure.
And sometimes it's very.
So if somebody's from Brazil and they're living in LA, what types of stuff do you guys help them with?
Yes, we issue documents, so they're Brazilian passports, and we also have, we serve with a bunch of documents in Brazil that are still mandatory for Brazilian nationals to have. So if you want to have a bank account in Brazil, you need the equivalent of your social security number in Brazil would be our IRS number. So we have to keep that active. So you go to the consulate for that. And voting in Brazil is mandatory, not here in the U.S. So all Brazilians need to vote.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
And what happens if you don't vote?
Then you get restricted in many things. And one of the things that they restrict nowadays is your CPF, that number that's connected to your bank account. So it's a whole system.
It's a big deal.
It is. Yeah. But then you also have the day of the voting is once presidents. We have our elections for president this year in November. And so it's always the first or second Sunday of the month, and everybody has to, and people who volunteer and work for during the electoral service, they have days off. So it's a whole system, and it's different from here.
That's really cool. So for somebody that's moved here, do you guys kind of help them meet other people from Brazil and maybe others that are new to kind of the area?
Yes, we do. And then we have our cultural section. We have a lot of get-togethers, or we have newsletters, we have events. We help Brazilians who are musicians or
Okay, sure.
who are in business. They have like every month they meet. There is a Brazilian Trade Commission.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Actually, it's funny because we had, like years ago at a company I worked for, we had a Brazilian exchange guy. He actually lives up, I'm from Canada, just so you have some context. And he actually lives in Montreal now up in Canada. But he went through a similar kind of process with somebody like yourself, but the Canadian version of kind of what you do. And it was interesting to talk to him about kind of like what somebody like yourself does, because when you're born and raised in a country, you don't really... You take for granted, I guess, a lot of the stuff that you're just like kind of given at birth, right? But then when you move, you kind of don't exist, right?
Yes, you have to
in that country. Yeah, very cool. So if people kind of want to get more information about what you guys do, where can they get more information online?
Yes, the Brazilian Consulate website is www. No www, sorry.
Okay.
It's Los Angeles. Itamaraty.gov.br. Itamaraty is the nickname for our foreign service.
Okay.
So it's named after a palace. It's a long story. We are a foreign service that are very, very old. We had an emperor in Brazil during the 1900s, and that's how back far we go.
That's
it's
really
very
cool.
Traditional.
No,
so Itamaraty is Itamaraty. It's an indigenous name, by the way. So,
Okay.
So it's losangeles.itamaraty.gov.br.
That's very cool. Well, I'll let you get back to the event, but thanks for taking a few minutes out of your night to have a chat with me, and have a good rest of your night.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for listening. Please visit the show's website at buildingthefutureshow.com. Also check us out on Facebook at Building the Future Show and follow us on Twitter at Building Show. The music for the show is done by Electric Mantra. You can check him out at electricmantra.com and keep building the future.